So now we're talking about monthly expenses. We've established what you're going to need to survive and live on and enjoy yourselves in retirement. So then, how will you pay those bills? First and foremost, you've got some pensions. Just about everybody's got Social Security. If you don't have Social Security, that means you probably have a non-covered pension. So you've got a pension or a Social Security. For federal employees, you have both a Social Security payment and a pension. So Social Security, if you're single, you're going to have your own benefit. If you're a widow or widower, you may have a combination. And if you're a federal employee, you've got a pension. We're going to go ahead and show that chartered retirement course, your CRC, that we produce. And we want to put down your monthly expenses right here in writing. And we want to use software to test it along with your monthly income sources, your pensions, to start to stack up to see how much progress we make in addressing those monthly expenses. So if you got a federal pension, let's take, for instance, you have 20 years times, let's say you have a $100,000 high 3 average salary, which you've heard of before. Let's take 20 years times 100,000 times, if you make it to age 62, 1.1%. So that comes out to $22,000. So there's an extra 10% that you get if you attain 20 years and age 62. Otherwise, it would just be $20,000. But that $22,000, that's just annually. That's not monthly, obviously. That would be a massive pension monthly. So take 22,000 divided by 12, you get $1,833. It's not this massive windfall of money, but it's something. Here's the thing, though. It's the gross. And so I liken it to like throwing a net out when you're fishing. You throw a net out, and it's got holes in it, and you pull it back in the gross, but those holes allow federal taxes to slide through. That's quite a bit. Your FEHB, your Federal Employee Health Benefit, that's a lot for your health insurance in retirement. That slides through. And if you live in a state that has taxes, then your state taxes slide through too. So what's your net? What do you end up keeping? That's what we care about. And if you have a spouse, you may have to reduce that federal pension by 10%, or any type of pension. Typically, they're going to offer you a survivor benefit, a benefit for your survivor, your spouse, your husband or wife. And so now you may only be looking at $1,100 from an $1,833 gross pension, but it's something. But that's what matters, is the net. Thankfully, your Social Security, it's got only 85% taxable. So there's a little bit of a gap that is beneficial for you. And most states, most sane states, including California, do not tax your Social Security benefits. So you've got that. You got Social Security. You may have a pension, federal pension. Maybe you've got some VA disability, which is really advantageous because it's tax-free. And then you've got maybe a military pension too, some of you who are listening, many of you. So how do they all stack up against your monthly expenses? Now, before I think we even address creating income from your retirement savings or living past your money, I think we should talk about your Social Security. What's the best sequence for you so you have a Social Security maximization plan? Because that's the first part, believe it or not, of our CRC, your written retirement income plan, your chartered retirement course. The CRC that we provide is the Social Security maximization plan. Let's talk about that and address that in our next video, because I think there's so many options. It really is not just, hey, I'm retired, let me take my Social Security. There might be some very advantageous things that you could take advantage of. All right, we'll talk about that next.